Hi, seventh grade. This is like my 21st time recording this. It's fine. If I mess up, I just got to keep going. But I hope you guys are doing really well and hanging in there. I know it's getting tough. It's tough for me too. So, for those of you who are staying on top of your work and doing a fantastic job, I am really, really proud of you. For those of you who are a little bit behind, take the time to get caught up. I'm trying to make it manageable. Just reach out to me, let me know what's going on. So, we are in this together. All right. We got a 3-day weekend coming soon. So, let's start with the science fiction genre. So a lot of you guys were like, what are you talking about? Genre is a big fancy word for like a topic of literature. So you can have comedy, thrillers, mystery, romance. In this case, we're talking about science fiction. All right, remember, fiction's fake. So basically it deals with science and technology and how it changes or affects us as humans and our society as a whole as it gets more advanced. Right, it typically deals with aliens and stuff that we don't fully understand yet. We read 2 stories by Ray Bradbury this year. We had Dark They Were and Golden Eyed, which dealt with the community of people moving up to Mars, and eventually, the longer they stayed there, they assimilated into the Martian culture and basically lost who they were. In The Veldt, we read about the 2 children who became addicted to the 3D nursery and the lions that eventually, overtook their addiction. Okay, so in this case, you might be wondering, well, how can I tell that this is going to be some sort of science fiction play? Well, the narrator comes in with the saying that he's talking about a 5th dimension that, is unknown to humans. All right, so that's kind of setting you up to kind of realize, okay, this is going to be dealing with something beyond humans, comprehension and all of that. So that's science fiction and how you could kind of clue yourself in for the rest of the play. So to quickly go over what the play was about, I'm not going to go too in detail with it because that's, your job in today's assignment. So really quick recap by Miss Kane. So super chill neighborhood. Everyone's minding their own business, eating ice cream, riding bikes, fixing cars. Yay. Boom. Flash in the sky. Everybody panics. What was that? They quickly realize that their power's out, but the more they investigate, they start realizing that something funky's up. All right, stuff that normally wouldn't be affected by a power outage, say for us, a flashlight that's battery powered, isn't turning on. Their cars aren't starting, and everyone's like, what's going on? So Steve and Don, they're here to save the day. They're the heroes. They start walking away, and Tommy runs after them and creepily yells, they don't want you to go. And they're like, what are you talking about? All right. Eventually, as Tommy keeps going, he talks about the thing that flew over and that they're in the community and they're disguised as humans. And as he's talking, people are like, what the heck? All right. Eventually, one of the townspeople, Les Goodman, his car magically starts and everyone's like, you, I knew you were weird. All right. And they start talking and basically verbally attacking Les Goodman, who at the end of Act 1 is trying to, say, guys, I didn't do anything. It's not me. So that is basically the overview of Act 1. So let's talk about a scapegoat really quick. A scapegoat is basically a person you blame for your problems. So, for example, I wanted to tie this back to the Holocaust unit we just finished. The Jewish people were a scapegoat for Hitler and his Nazi regime. All right, so when Hitler was talking about why Germany failed and why they were in the position that they were, the scapegoat was the Jewish people. They said it's their fault. It wasn't true, but he led everyone to believe that. So people pick scapegoats because it's easy. It's someone to blame for a problem that they have. Okay, so I want you to think about that as you answer questions today. The other concept I want you to kind of know about is called mob mentality. This is actually pretty crazy if you look it up. Basically, as human beings, when we're in a crowd of people, we tend to act more like them and adapt and kind of take in their ideas and their opinions, and our point of view about something can change drastically because of how people are around us. It's a really cool concept. So if you, again, way back in the beginning of the year, when we had our horror unit, I talked about how, like, think about you guys are camping and you're with all your friends, you're out in the woods and it's dark, and then all of a sudden, like, one person gets scared. What tends to happen to everybody else? Everybody gets those like heebie-jeebie feelings and they get like, creeped out that something's like not quite right. All right, so mob mentality basically means that when you are around other people, their actions, their words, their attitudes, like their vibe and their, what's going on with them is going to affect you. All right, so I want you to just understand that when you're answering today's questions. What else? Cause and effect. All right, I know some of you will have questions about this. Cause and effect, basically, think of like dominoes. When one thing happens, it causes something else to happen. So, for example, if I stub my toe, that's the cause. The effect is that I'm going to scream like a little baby. All right? Cause, you guys don't hand in your work and I have to chase you down and send you 15 emails. Effect, Miss Kane cries a lot and wants to pull her hair out. Okay. All right. So cause and effect, I'm going to give you a cause. You're going to tell me an effect of what happened in the story. Just look back and make sure it lines up. It should be a direct effect of what happened. Conflict, I'm going to provide notes, but half of you probably won't watch this anyway, so that's fine. But conflict is a problem in the story. It's when someone in the story wants something and they're being prevented from getting it. Conflict can be external, so on the outside, something you can see. So that's things like character versus character, physical fight, character versus nature. I am fighting in the jungle and trying to get out, and like I have vines like attacking me and I can't see in the dark. Okay, character versus nature. It could be character versus supernatural. That usually deals with ghosts, demons, vampires, things like that. Character versus society, when, everyone in the world wants homework and Miss Kane is the only one that says, no, I refuse to accept society's standards. I want no homework for all my students. It's basically when one person is going against like the norm of society. All right, those are just a few examples of external, but the only one internal one is character versus self, and that's in the character's head. All right, so review the notes if you have any questions on that. Remember, if you guys email me, or it's probably easier if you just do personal message, like private message on that. It bings on my phone a little quicker. So if you need help on this, let me know. And I really do miss you guys. Good luck. And I hope we can do a Zoom meet again soon. All right, bye guys.